It's That's a Thing 2 Overture episode 25. I'm Kevin.
I'm no one.
Today is July the 4th and
America's birthday.
America's birthday. As we all know, exemplified by the Japanese with the four kids stars singing the national anthem. If Usopp and Sonic the Hedgehog are not singing, then I don't know what to do.
I would stand and salute if they played that every morning.
Michael Wilson, our greatest American president. Get inside Metal Wolf. Take America back. But yeah, it's a lot of it's. How are your pets holding up on 4th of July?
See,
Oh, how are the pets holding up on 4th of July?
eh, honestly, fine. We had
Ban-
like a bunch of people like shoot off fireworks, and there was nothing.
okay, that's good. Bandit hid underneath my bed during like the city's fireworks because they were loud and there's a lot of them.
Oh,
But like she seems to be okay with the occasional people on the street shooting up bottle rockets. That doesn't. I mean, it bothers her a little, but not to the degree.
oh,
So
poor baby.
pray for Bandit. Although now she's kind of upset because I had to kick her off my computer chair. She was asleep on it. I put her on the more comfortable recliner, and she's now also extremely asleep, but is very like fussy about it. But anyway, important news to discuss.
Oh, well,
Oh,
oh, hold on. This thing. Do you, as you get older, have you cared less and less about fireworks?
I am to the point where like I actively dislike fireworks.
I don't care anymore about fireworks. It's weird.
Well, I think I mean there's part of it where like as a kid they were really cool and it was like a fun event to do, and it's one of those things that I guess kind of as you've gotten older there's the sense of like where I guess money is involved, where like theoretically if I really wanted to go get fireworks I could go drive down to like the fireworks store in Gatlinburg and just get them. Or like
Yeah.
it's not like a mysterious unique thing anymore, which made it like not great. Also, after getting like and caring for my own pets and animals and seeing how they've almost universally hated it has really made me like, oh no, get these out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just
Once I
thought,
saw my once I saw my dog like start getting scared of fireworks, I'm like, no, I won't shoot him.
yeah.
He's too scared.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's that like you have that feeling. I also think it's just as years go on, like the allure is less. Like when I was in like 8 years old, going out to see the fireworks was really cool. But now you could say like 20 years later, 20 plus years later, it's like, no, this isn't cool anymore. Like I'm not gonna go sit out there in like the field and watch it just blow up some stuff.
Yeah, everyone gets so excited about getting like the where are they? It's the big ones that shoot up in the air, the shells.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't care.
it's also I think as you get older, there's that sense of mortality inside of you, where like if you would have said to like 10-year-old me, do you want to start shooting off these bottle rockets? I would say yes, but like right old me's like I don't want one of those things to blow off one of my fingers or get in my eye. Or it's like all this stuff like my mom warned me about when I was like 10 and I didn't care, but now at like 36 I care incredibly deeply. Like I need my fingers and eyeballs.
Yeah, I think it's also that as you're an adult now, you have to worry about the cleanup of the fireworks.
Yo, that's oh, I always hated because as a kid I always thought it was kind of cool where you'd see like discarded like fireworks in like the yards and stuff. I'm like, oh man, it's like treats. It's like treasures. And now I'm like, that's just garbage.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
just
trash.
garbage like on my lawn or like in the street in front of my house. I don't want this garbage
Yeah,
here.
I gotta go out in my parking lot, my driveway, and sweep it up.
Yeah, like screw that. Get that out of here. But as a child, it's like, oh man, it's like treasures. It's kind of like I think the same. You could just say the same about like the mystique of like Halloween and trick or treat, as like I can go to like the dollar store and buy like $5 worth of candy, and it's more candy than I will ever eat, and it will make me sick. Where like as a kid, I didn't realize that technology, or I just didn't have the ability to like go there. But it's like, yo, you could go there for like buy the big old bag of like assorted candy for like $5, and that's more candy than you will ever eat. Has all like the Laffy Taffies and Smarties and stuff in there. The crap candy that like I love as a child because that's what they had in
Oh,
school. Those were the good old days. Have you bought anything on the Steam Summer Sale?
no, I haven't even gotten the chance to look. I've been busy a little bit this week.
What have you been up to?
It's it's mainly just getting stuff ready for 10th edition Warhammer and playing
Oh
some games.
yeah. How is it? How do you feel? What are your feelings about it? Because
Uh,
that's
it's
your
it's it's a lot easier, a lot faster. Uh, it's actually kind of a lot more fun. The only problem is they kind of gutted half the things in Warhammer.
it's one of those things where they've gutted it and they kind of have to rebuild it as like the edition goes on. Like I've seen that complaint where it's kind of like rules updates and stuff are gonna come out and where it's like, all right,
One of the cool things is the cards they have, the index cards,
for the
which is
units
just
or the abilities. Because I watched like one of the games of it.
oh yeah. There's not like there's 4 to 6 stratagems. That's all you have. You only have one. Your army has one special ability, one or two depending.
Isn't like all the equipment either like free or like
It's free, and then everything is just a single point cost for a unit, and then you can drag and drop what you need and what you don't need.
it's like, all right, I want my captain to have the plasma pistol instead of the bolt pistol, and it's not like a point change. It's just
No, it's
whichever you want
straight
on there.
across. It is a lot less models now, so you don't need as much to play,
I think that's good.
which is it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I think it's a good change. I think they're going in the right direction.
I know a lot of people are upset because they miss the weird gimmicky mid maxing they can do from it.
That's always like your conundrum in those kinds of games where it's like, do I make it accessible or do I make it like do I make this appeal to like the guys in their mid 40s who are smoking meats and have been playing like Eldar since like when I was 4?
After we want to get some new
Or
blood
do
in
you yeah,
this.
do you actually get people to like, all right, here's a way to play this game?
That's why they have the new patrol boxes, and it's just so patrol boxes you can just go out and play a game of patrol
Yeah, I
with it.
saw that. I saw it was I think it was like
That's
play on was it play on tabletop that did it?
I probably play on.
Yeah, because they did one where they just go, all right, here's the Tau one and the like the Votan one, and they're just gonna fight them or something, and they fought, and it looked like a game of Warhammer, and it's like, oh, you just have
Yeah,
to buy one
you're not
box.
just buying a patrol box, then you're looking at it going, okay, well I can't play a game with this. Now I have to buy like 3 more.
I think that's a very good tactic. It kind of reminds me of like starter decks and like Magic the Gathering, where it's like, all right, here's
Oh
your
yeah.
thing, here's your group of models, you're gonna go. However, my advice to people, even though it's not like the most optimal thing to do if you want to get into that tabletop wargaming, there is like there's like a set, and I think they have one for Warhammer and they have one for like Age of Sigmar. That's like three models, some paints, and a brush, and it's like, and I think that's the one if you wanted to try, because that's the one where it's like, here, you're gonna build your models, you're gonna paint them, and you need to know if you like doing that before you get into the hobby. And you
Hmm.
don't have to buy like anything. It's like the paints are in there. They're little tiny paints, only really enough for the three models. But I think like I want to see if I can find that bundle, because I thought that like you'd see it, and a lot of people were like, "Don't buy one of these because that's like nothing." I'm like, actually, that's like a pretty good one.
I'll have to get that up.
Oh yeah, I see like yeah like all the combat patrols.
Yeah, honestly, it's making it worth it. So I'm probably gonna start playing it a lot more.
Yeah, that's cool. You're gonna go to like the Black Mountain one.
I actually might start going there because I heard a few people are going there to play.
Yeah, like I've heard like I've seen like in the Discord where people that were at Mulligan's have like started showing up there. It feels like that's the new one that people are like moving
Yeah.
to.
Uh, I went to Mulligan's Warhammer night last night. Nobody except for the other guy I was playing.
Yeah, I feel like people are moving to there. Rip and P pepperoni. But yeah, like I think it's cool. I've been playing a lot of Mechabellum because I watched Bricky do a video about Mechabellum, and
You're like,
man, that
I want more of that.
oh that game is so good. It's just they just took one of those like StarCraft 2 custom games and made it its own game, but it's great. It's basically you pick your units, like your RTS units, you put them on the battlefield and they just go and attack like automatically. But the cool thing is that with few exceptions, they stick around on the battlefield. So like if you put a bunch of little like Zergling crawlers, your opponent can put like the hard counter right in front of it. But then are you the galaxy brain that put the hard counter to their hard counter in front of them?
You do the true genius move.
Yeah, and it's there's a lot of that going on, and it feels like that game makes you feel both like a genius and an idiot because you're just like, I'm the smartest man alive, and then like, oh, I'm an idiot.
The second they counter it because they know exactly what to do.
Sometimes, because sometimes like you can put units on your side of the field, and then you can like flank your opponents, and the flanks are really good, except like they're the most hard countered basically thing on the like the game. So like my top tactic that I love to do is you can get like the little like airplane units, and you can do a flank with them. And one of their abilities is that unlike like every other unit, the air units can like you can buy an upgrade that lets them like move where they're going to be. So like you could have one round where you're flanking your opponent, and then they just go in and win because you assume your opponent's like, all right, now I'm gonna have to build like air defenses like right on the border, and then you just move your units right on out and never flank again. So now they've like wasted basically a turn and resources like shoring up their flanks from air attacks that will never happen. You get to just feel like the smartest man in the world. But yeah, I like that game. I also got Lobotomy Corporation because it was on sale. I'll probably be trying to stream that game this week. The the what appears to be like visual novel slash XCOM base builder slash SCP Foundation game
Hmm.
where you are running your own SCP Foundation, and you're trying to keep your anomalies contained, but then they can get out. There's like 100 of them in there, And they have ones where it's like here, like the one that sold me on it when I saw it was like a a monster made up of censored by the government warning. Like it's just a bunch of black bars that are just like censored by the government, like a horrible spider monster. And when it escapes, it crawls around like the base, and then it just censors people. It's like you see like your researchers, and it'll crawl up, and then it'll just show like a big censor bar, and then it just leaves it there. That's the
Jeez.
implication that you don't know what it's doing, but it's probably real bad. And then there's just stuff like the bee monster, the werewolf. One of your like administrative tools is that you can kill any person in the facility with no charge. So like if Ward B is starting to turn into werewolves, you can stop that problem real quick before it becomes a problem. But it looks pretty cool. I also got like the Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous because it was also like $10.
Oh.
Yeah, I like
Oh, that
that.
was called Lobotomy
Lobotomy Corporation.
Corporation. Okay. Oh, huh. Well, okay. This isn't what I envisioned when you said that, but okay.
Yeah, like it's cool. It's one of those games where like I found out about this game when I was looking up stuff about fear and hunger in one of the other YouTube videos about like it was like some vaguely Eastern European man, and he was talking about fear and hunger, and then he also had a video on Lobotomy Corporation. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh man, this game looks weird.
There's nothing better than a game made by uh, just one guy that's in complete isolation.
Oh yeah. Apparently like that game did so well they've like gone over to like they have like a sequel, and then they have like a free to play like gacha game or whatever.
Of
But yeah.
wait, what? Who? A gacha game?
Yeah, that's like Limbus Corporation or whatever. It's
The fuck?
weird.
That is. Huh? Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, it's like the vague sequel or whatever. Because apparently, like they did well enough that they did another game, and then they did like they got bought out, and then they did another game set in like the same universe. There's like a Korean manhwa because this is like a Korean franchise or whatever.
Hmm.
Apparently, they did really good. And I'm
You
like,
can gotcha all your waifu.
yeah, all your waifu monsters.
Yeah.
Well, it also makes sense. They already have all their monsters in lore, so it's like, yeah, all right, we're just doing it. Yeah, I got that. I finally got Slay the Spire. I feel like I should have played that game earlier, but I never did. But I'll play that at some point as card
Yeah. No.
games.
I've looked in here and I see a bunch of games that I wanted that are actually pretty good on sale.
Yeah, I bought like 3 games, but like Lobotomy Corporation is supposed to be like a long game, and I know that Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is one of those CRPGs that's going to take forever. Like all of those games take forever. The Baldur's
Okay.
Gates, the Pillars, whatever, that's going to take forever.
Yeah, I think yeah, okay, because I've just grabbed Ultra Kill, Super Lesbian RPG, and then Fear and Hunger 2.
Yeah.
And
Fear and
then I
Hunger
might get
Termina.
Total. Huh?
I say, yeah, Termina.
Yeah. And then I might get Total War 3 since it's like 40% off.
Well,
And then
that's
Dwarf
the
Fortress is also for sale.
no. There's a lot of like whenever I see a game and I put it on like my wish list, and then once it hits under $10, then it's like, all right, time to go.
That's when it's like, there's no reason not to.
No, I feel okay. So here's the thing. Like I feel really upset because I bought Mecha Bellum right before the Steam sale, and it went
Oh,
on sale for like $2 less, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much. Like it's just $2. But mentally, it's like, oh, I could have had
I had
like
that savings.
my
You could have
Steam
had that little
account could have
savings.
my Steam account could have had $4 in it instead of now it only has two. I haven't played the Vampire Survivor DLC. I think Drew has. We'll talk about that. My issue with
No, don't worry. Neither have I.
my issue with Vampire Survivors is even though I think that game is sick, it is incredible. I played it for like 50 hours, so I'm kind of done. like, I felt like I hit the credits of base Vampire Survivors, and I'm like, I am done. I am done with this game. Also, man, yeah, Fear and Hunger 2 is cool. I have not played that game, but it's cool. I'm big into Fear and Hunger. What do you think about new panty and stocking?
Think about what?
New panty and stocking.
Oh, more, please.
I'm thrilled.
I need more.
I'm thrilled about it. I'm in there. I was like, it's interesting how like seeing that little trailer it made me think of like it kind of like panty and stocking. Nothing really looks like it or has looked like it, and so I think the closest is probably like Mob Psycho, where like it's that anime that really doesn't look like traditional anime.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I crave that.
Just watching that and just going through the trailer and they're hitting all the
beats.
fun moments of the show, and like, oh shit, man, I need to watch that again.
Okay, Nolan, here's the question: who's the best girl? I am including Scanty and knee socks too. So no, you gotta pick. That's the 4.
Damn it!
Like you don't get it easy. I have my answer.
I would have to go with stockings.
See, I would say panty.
Yeah.
Because there's no wrong choice here. I'm not gonna say there's no wrong choice.
There's no right choice either.
No, there's not. But yeah.
Because they're both awful in different ways.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Ways.
Like I feel like aesthetically, no, stocking like 1,000%. But like more personality wise, I like how crass Panty is. I appreciate that more. I appreciate that. I also think she, despite being like a crass slut, I think that Panty has more of a heart than Stalking, and I can appreciate that.
She would not care about me as much as I care about her.
Oh yeah. But like, Panty got that tsundere energy. I'm into it. But yeah, I'm glad. I watched the ending of Panty and Stocking. And like, they're just go get all the pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to just ignore it. I have no idea what's going on here, but thrilled about it.
They'll do something fun. I have. It's the original team, right?
I think it's like Trigger, but I don't know if the Trigger's like I think Trigger got the rights from Gynax for it or whatever, but then Trigger is like ex Gynax people, so I don't know.
That's, I'm like hoping it's all the people that worked on it. They're just like, we have more stuff we wanted to do with this. Yeah. Here it is.
Now's the time. Speaking of now's the time, how hype, Nolan, are you for Suicide Squad Isekai?
Fucking, that's so stupid.
How hype are you? That's Joker
so dumb.
In the Harley Quinn in a fantasy world. The Joker who just looks like Levi from Attack on Titan wearing Joker face paint.
I fucking hate it. I'm watching the trailer and everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, why are you guys excited?
That's not the right Suicide. This isn't like this isn't James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they remember that Batman Ninja was okay looking.
I did like Batman Ninja, but it was really stupid. Yeah. It was really stupid.
It was real dumb.
Now
that's why I'm like, yeah, awesome.
Now, see, what would make this good is if they had like green screened live action John Cena as Peacemaker. if he was in the movie, where it's just like a bunch of anime fantasy characters and then live action green screen John Cena as Peacemaker, like I'm so transported to another world. Then I'm in. Put like the Weasel, put him in there.
Oh
I
yeah,
liked James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I thought that movie was pretty good. Give me King Shark.
I thought about what's the next one gonna be because they can't just they've used the name. It's is it a Suicide Squad?
It'll be like another Suicide Squad.
It should just be another Suicide
Like, cause then
Squad.
it's the idea that like it's another team, but also like another movie.
More Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like they take that Japanese like naming convention, where it'll be like make it Shin Suicide Squad. When
Wild
Shin,
Speed
yeah,
Suicide
Wild Speed,
Squad.
yeah, like because like where it's like Shin can be new or true, so it's just there's a
Yeah,
bunch. It's like yeah, just do it again. I think it's also misses the point where like if you tell me a thing is Suicide Squad isekai, I'm imagining a neat Japanese teen being inhabited one of the body of the Suicide Squad,
yeah. He gets turned into Harley Quinn.
or the Joker or one of them, and now he has to deal like that Yamcha manga where the guy like
Yeah,
turned into Yamcha and didn't know what to do.
it's like, I remember this part from the comics. I know exactly what to do as Harley in this situation.
Yeah, or like oh God, I'm Harley Quinn. Oh God.
We gotta get out of here and prepare for Darkseid. He's coming in like 5
Yeah.
chapters.
See, that'd be fine. I'd be okay with that. Like,
Yeah, that's
the one isekai I want, and I've envisioned it in my head. I've made this joke. I made a comic joke, but I want it for real, which is I want, like, the standard isekai, where it looks like going to the most generic, bland, like, fantasy world of all time. And then we as soon as he gets to the world fantasy world, it's just Warhammer. It's like the worst place you have ever been. Like the art style changes, because I have it like in my brain where like it like all the previews, like the show would be called I've transported to the worst fantasy world, and all the previews would look like it's like Konosuba or whatever, but then in episode 1 where he actually is transported, it's like Warhammer, and it's all like nasty like CG looking. Like it looks like those like Warhammer CG trailers are Astartes, or it's just
just
like,
grimy and dark.
and you're like, oh no, oh no.
You get teleported to Final Fantasy 16, but now you're one of the slaves.
Yeah, you're it's slave time. You're not a dominant. You're just some dude.
Just some guy that can maybe make a little fire with their hands.
Yep, you're hauling that water. That's
No,
like,
you're. I want it to be that, but you're in some awful fantasy novel from the 80s and 90s.
oh, that'd be sick. You're in like, you're in like, what was that movie? One of those best of the worst fantasy movies. Like the one with the twin barbarian brothers or whatever.
Oh yeah,
You're just now you're hanging out with them. You're like, okay, I have to hang
that's
out
the worst.
with the barbarian brothers. But yeah, thrilled, thrilled about that stuff. I also don't know. I don't know. I've just been playing a bunch of I haven't played Lobotomy Corporation yet. Been playing a bunch of Macabellum. That's been like my thing I've been doing. I've also oh yeah, we could talk about the slow rolling death of Twitter, because man, like I'm like all right, here's my plan. I'm going back to Tumblr.
Yeah, with the last so-called implosion, I'm just riding this. I got my stuff set up, but I'm riding the ship until it goes down.
I am riding it. Like I'm gonna ride Twitter till it's dead. Until it's like dead. And part of the
until I
issue,
can't log in.
yeah, because I think part of the issue is that is there's like all the not Twitters like have no appeal to me. Like I don't care about Blue Sky. That's just Twitter. I still don't think Mastodon has quite the posting like content I want out of social media.
Yeah.
Tumblr currently has the vibe, I would say, of like a Dark Souls combined with a furry convention. Or it's like this ruined kingdom surrounded by people that are like depressed and are waiting for the end of days, but they're like wearing a fursuit and talking about Homestuck or something. Which is a vibe that I'm kind of into. Where you see there, it's like, I was here in the old days. Like, that's the, like, I feel like I'm in Firelink Shrine. But there, like, there's a tattered banner that was like, Lordron Fur Fest 2012. That is Tumblr's vibe. Maybe Newgrounds. Is that where we should go? Is that the new thing? We should all go to Newgrounds.
Uh, I'm sticking to like Tumblr and then maybe Instagram or something
Yeah.
for now.
Apparently Facebook's going to roll out there, not Twitter. But my issue with Facebook is the most disastrous thing is that my mom sent me a message on Facebook and then I had to delete my Facebook account. Because I would not have that happen. I do not want my mom knowing what I post about on social media. Because there's just so, like my mom can't, my mom would not, I don't want to have to even, like, I'm getting like nervous trying to explain to my mom why I posted that one picture of Tamers 1234 Yami Yuki. And I said this
You don't
is
want to try to
genius.
do that.
And then I had to, because I had to put that as my Steam profile picture, just because in Mechabellum it shows you to like when you're doing like the versus screen, it shows both the people's avatars. And my old Steam avatar was just like an animated GIF of Sonic the Hedgehog, which is fine, but it was not dank enough for like the wretched Steam avatars that I keep seeing when I'm playing in like Mechabellum, so I had to change it to Tamers.
That's fair.
Yeah, as I
I
posted,
just
people were looking at like, "What the hell is that picture?" I'm like, "Good."
I just want a website where I can post my garbage without my family looking at it.
That's really it.
Oh,
That's really it. I don't want to. I have spent most of my life trying to not have to tell my mom what I do on the internet because I don't think it would work out well.
and we need the kick equivalent for Twitter.
Yeah, there we go. All we need to do is have
I want someone to
gambling.
pay me $100 million to post on the Twitter kick.
There you go. Man, I've even logged on to Kick. I don't even know. It's like Mixer. It's
Okay.
just I think it's partially because it's like the streamers and personalities like I care about are not there. Like if Kick wanted to get me, they're going I think the biggest streamer that they would have to like exclusively sign to get me to look at it is probably Max. Like if they said Maximilian Dude exclusively on Kick, I'm like, all right, fine. But that's like it.
Yeah, I mean, I know the guys that run it are weirdos, but so is the guys at
Oh,
Twitch. So
oh no, that's like every tech company. Every tech
yeah, there's no
company has like
stopping it.
weirdos. Like it's because people get the whole like no ethical consumption thing wrong, where they think that because everything's bad, it's okay. When in reality, no, it's that you can't make a difference by buying something. That's the whole point of that saying. But it's just
That's
like, nah,
fun.
there's just some like it's like, yeah, it's
Get
bad.
that bag.
I I've just been in a rut where like all I want to consume bad Blizzard news, and there's always enough, but I want more. I miss it when everything in Blizzard is like imploding. I really miss that time. It felt so good to hate everything they're doing. And
Yeah.
now like everyone's hating Overwatch, but people like Diablo 4 and World of Warcraft is just in this bland like state that is just kind of like mid. Like no, I want everything they're doing is on fire and we can all hate. I need that hate again.
I want Diablo 4 to come out and be awful, but people seem to love it.
No, it's good. I played the demo and it was fine. Like not I played the one of their server whatever's and I like it's fine. It's just I don't think it's better than Diablo 2. And I beat Diablo 2. I'm like, I'm good. I'm fine. I would say, but it's like it's okay. It's just I don't think I'm really into that kind of ARPG gang anymore.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay, what else was I gonna say? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been pretty slow week.
Yeah, I
I
mean it's like
mean,
a holiday.
yeah.
That's kind of the point.
Like I said, all I've been doing is Warhammer stuff and then playing more Final Fantasy 16.
Is it still good?
It's man, someone I think it was Ultima on Twitter that posted this, which is man, Final Fantasy is a bad game, but it's got amazing characters and great story and awesome gameplay and cool graphics
Oh, it's one
and
of
it's really
those.
compelling and it's kind of awesome, but it's a bad game, and I understand what they mean because there's like a it plays like if you it's a storyline from 14 but longer.
Yeah, I could see that.
I, I can't really explain it.
No, I
I
could.
mean, once again, I can't say it's a bad game. It's pretty fun and I really love it, but I can't say it's like one of the best games I've ever played.
Like I get that feeling. I get it that like it's a good, but you're like I get it like what I was gonna say that like that thing's not gonna be in the game of the year contender.
I don't know. If the only thing it's going to win is best soundtrack of the
Oh yeah,
year,
well, of course. That's like Final.
it goes
If you
for
got
it.
that soaking, he do it. I'll
It's
play
not even open.
14.
Like every boss battle after that is amazing.
Yeah, like I've played 14. Their music's good.
You
It's really
you
good.
know Soken's music.
I know. He can do it. It's secretly like the strongest part of that. It was really funny because they would post like World of Warcraft boss theme and then they would compare it to like Final Fantasy 14 boss theme and it was not even close. Like it was just like dun 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 and you're like okay. And then the 14 one was just this like masterpiece. And you're like, "Oh,
It's a bunch of sick guitar riffs
yeah.
just
I'm
out of nowhere.
I'm listening to like I've listened to several of those boss themes on their own. I can't
They're
remember the
so
current
great.
name, but it was like the was it okay, To the Edge was good, but it
Yeah,
was
To the Edge is the one I always hear about.
To the Edge is very strong. I gotta look it up. It's my favorite one. Is that To the Edge? Yeah, it is To the Edge. That's the one. Yeah. Cause I was thinking like is that the one I'm thinking of, or is like no, that one is like so good because of how it like shifts, and you can see like how like the fight, and they time it well. Where like not in like Revengeance style, but like verses will happen and loop correctly, so that like when a phase transition happens, And the boss is like, time to like activate the special attack. It'll go into like the muted chorus, and you're like, oh, that's so good.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, big fan. It's just kind of, it's one of those, I think it's one of those weeks where we've had where you're doing like just kind of the same thing normally, and there's no like big massive new thing. It's just like, nah, I'm still chugging along.
No.
I've been
Like I
playing.
said, I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's a really good. It's a good 8.5, maybe a 9.
I've been playing the Zelda, and I feel like on a technical standpoint, Tears of the Kingdom is incredible, but as like a video game, I kind of hate it.
Once I finished it, I stopped playing it. I have no more interest in it.
I just like I it makes me feel kind of weird because a lot of I'm having issues with it, and they just keep compounding because of how large that game is and how like I am constantly getting progression. Like you do a shrine, you that is getting stuff, but I feel like it's so glacial. And like my upgrades are just like I'm just it's not there.
No, it is.
I think that game would have been better if it was half the size. Like you cut that landmass in half, and then I think you got something. But or maybe just not level scale things,
Yeah,
or have or I think the durability is fine, but I would have liked some quest or ability to remove it. I think,
I would like one weapon that is you can always keep it.
or make it like that's the special weapons, or like, all right, you beat the Goron, you did the special Goron quest. Here's like the rock breaker, and it never breaks. You did the Zoras, and they give
I
you
don't understand. It can't be hard. It just make the Master Sword and you can fuse stuff to it, but when it breaks, the fuse breaks, and you still have the sword.
yeah, that'd be fine.
Just
Give
don't make the sword as strong. That's it.
Yeah, like give I would say just give every sage like one piece of unbreakable equipment. So you get the sword, the master sword, you get a shield, a bow, like a spear, and like a hammer or something, and like, all right.
I hate that the special weapons break.
Yeah, because it makes you not want to use them, and it's just like I feel it's and I think what also is kind of aggravating is that they've said like this is going to be the future of Zelda going forward, and I'm like I kind of don't want it to be, or
I
at
kind of
least,
want to go back to like an RPG now.
or even like I think I do not want anything else in Tears of the Kingdom Zelda. Like that
Oh
like
yeah,
Breath of the Wild Zelda setting. Like even if it's the same Zelda and like a new Hyrule, I'm okay with that. Like I'm kind of done with this kind of like Tears of the Kingdom ruined but not really setting. Like I want
no, I agree with you on that.
like give me a Termina, give me a how Twilight Princess or the ocean. Like give me one of those. What I'm saying is I think now is the time for Legend of Zelda Black Flag.
Yeah, now's the time for another super serious Legend of Zelda.
I I would be even okay if you wanted to give us Space Zelda. Like I think we could do a Space Zelda. Like
I'm finally ready for the Zelda where they're all childhood friends, and then Ganondorf is also a friend with them growing up,
yeah, oh that'd be good.
and he has to deal with becoming evil and you know
I've wanted that Zelda
being corrupted
forever.
by Ganon. I know it's the most obvious thing in the world.
Oh, I've wanted
I don't
that.
know why they haven't done it.
My fan game of that is you're playing that game and your character like people call him Link or whatever, or because they don't have a name, and then it's revealed that your character you're playing all along is Majora. And part two
Oh,
of the
yes.
game is you have to make the mask to avenge, like basically to stop Ganon or whatever, because no one else can do it. So it's like, all right, it's time. There's no Master Sword because Link is like a baby, or like the actual Link is like a baby, so he can't use the sword. And it's like, well, we're gonna have to stop
Well,
this somehow.
looks like I myself.
I'm gonna have to make the mask and use evil to defeat him, which is basically like what Midna tried to do.
No, he parents kill him, then
Yeah,
old grizzled guy.
bring Midna back. Now is the time.
Well, listen, you can't. That was like they kind of made the most corny character
Do it.
the greatest Rule 34 character ever created.
Yeah, because she in both forms it works.
Oh, come on,
I've
we all know the form everyone wants.
Oh yeah. No, but
Let's
I'm
be
saying
clear, we're here for Imp
yeah,
Minda.
well, no, Imp Midna's better. But I'm not saying that like Lady Midna's not bad. That ain't bad at all.
Push Zelda to the side.
Yeah, get out of here, Zelda. You get out. But yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Give me more of that. Give me a
I've
weird
never
Zelda.
seen more people horny for a character than Minda. It's so weird.
It's great.
What did Nintendo know what they were doing?
No, they didn't.
No, no.
They had
Listen, they had to know.
some guy did. Okay, yeah. So it's like
Those
so
those perverts had to
like
know.
Nintendo didn't know, but the art director knew. Like the art director knew and was putting it in there, and no one said anything, and was like, "Oh God, they didn't stop me." But yeah, I would just give me a weird Zelda again, or like I mean, we've had
I
like
agree
the
with you. Legend of Zelda Black Flag. You got a pirate ship.
yeah.
You're picking up people.
Think about it. Like I think people be into it.
Bring back the mechanics from this game where you pick.
Because to me, that would make it far more interesting, like kitting out your pirate ship and like actually being like, I'll have all the pirate ships be like destructible and like modifiable. Because we already have like that's kind of what the game does with like it's like carts and stuff. Like do it, and you could
Yeah.
probably make it more if you're just if you're having to render out ocean instead of like caves and stuff. Give us some stuff. I'd also say because they've had success with like the 2D Metroid, why not give us like an old top-down Zelda?
I'm Mexico. Yeah, it'd be cool for
Because I mean they did it. People liked it. They're doing that with Mario.
that. Oh yeah,
Yeah, Mario whatever.
RPG.
Yeah. I'm
And then they're also bringing back the old 2D Mario, but now you're on drugs.
good.
So the joke has now come full circle
Yeah.
because you're taking psychedelics.
I'm kind of also a little bit like weirdly excited for Pikmin 4.
For what?
Pikmin 4.
Oh heck yeah! Well, I bought 1 and 2.
Like I
I'm like,
like
oh yeah, sure. How much I love these games.
yeah, Pikmin's one of those games where like I realize I've owned and like played all of them. Like I rented one. I think I rented 1 and 2 and I bought 3 for like the Wii U. And I really enjoyed my time with Pikmin. I like Pikmin. It's cool. But it's one of those games where like I was like, "Oh yeah, I actually really like these games."
I had never played 2, so I'm like, I don't know why people are so excited about this. And then I play, I'm like, oh no, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, 2 is
These
like
caves are so fun.
like 1 is a great game, but it's really short. And
Yeah.
2 has like just enough like content in there where it's like enough meat. 3 I didn't
Uh,
like. I didn't like the multiple captains gimmick. I thought that got a little too confusing.
yeah.
And 4 seems like it's you and your dog, and you can upgrade the dog.
which lets you play. You can't play multiplayer in the campaign, but you can do multiplayer missions
Yeah.
or something.
Well, they have like,
And then now there's also versus.
yeah, they're doing their own like auto battler that someone's gonna take. Like Nintendo's gonna make that game, and then someone's gonna take like the Pikmin multiplayer and make it like they're gonna make it its own Mechabellum slash Dota, and it's gonna kick off really hard, and then Nintendo's gonna be like, like oh crap, it'll be like
So that,
min picks or something.
yeah. So I'm also just sitting here waiting for any Metroid 4 news. I feel like I'm waiting for Bayonetta 3 now.
I think that's gonna come. You're gonna get a new trailer when they announce Switch 2, and that'll be one of the games.
It's now the Switch DS.
Yeah, it'll be like Switch 2, and then they'll show like Mario Galaxy 2 and Metroid Prime 4. That'll be like the system sellers.
That should be the killers.
I think yeah, because I think it'll show us like, yo, look at because if you want to say like, yo, look at the graphics, that'll be the game to do it of like why you should upgrade. It'll be like Prime 5 or Prime 4. Because they're not going to have a Zelda ready.
Oh no.
Like they're not going to have
I
another one of
I
these ready.
I'm gonna say they don't really have a Mario ready, so they're just giving us a little half measure right now.
I think like the Mario team does like there's probably like the 2D Mario team. That was like the new Super Mario Brothers team, and they made like this is just pure speculation. They made like new instead of doing new Super Mario Brothers like whatever they did or whoever was on Mario Maker, they did the Mario Wonder, and then like the Mario Odyssey crew is doing like the next quote unquote next gen Mario. That's my theory.
Yeah. See now what's missing? What has Nintendo not touched? Oh yeah, F-Zero.
F
Oh, that's
Zero
never
would
happening.
actually be a good be a
That's
good
gone. That's never happening. It's gone forever.
no. Miyamoto loves Star Fox, but no one else seems to. I like Star Fox
No, they don't
64.
know what to do with Star Fox.
Yeah, they don't know like because they made Star Fox 64 and then no, they haven't figured out how to like do it again. And even like Star Fox Zero is just Star Fox 64.
And look, I'm gonna be honest. Do what you do with all Nintendo products that get stuck like that. Give it to a small American studio,
There you go. It's
and
time.
they'll make something cool with it.
Give it to like the
Donkey
Elite
Kong,
Dangerous.
Metroid. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Elite Dangerous or one of those games. Or make it like,
Yeah.
you know what? I think we're thinking about it all wrong. Let Star Fox make it Eve Online.
You know.
Like
Yeah.
that's the MMO, the Nintendo
Oh, you
MMO.
make your own little furry. You
Mm-hmm.
have ship types. You go out in space,
Yeah,
and it's the war between I don't know the furry alliance and
yeah.
you know
Andros. It's always
Andros
Andros.
and the monkeys.
Yeah. Or you could say the furries and the scalies, the great conflict as the dinosaur planet
Yeah.
becomes space worthy.
Honestly, I'm like thinking about it. Andros only had like reptile and like monkeys on his side,
Yeah, you did.
and then all the furries were on the other side.
Yeah. Oh, you got to
Huh.
think about it. It'd be great.
But yeah, just oh man, see, it's perfect.
There you go, Nintendo. We're just giving you these brilliant ideas. What else? I was gonna say.
Nintendo, you've made some of the best games ever. Please give it to some Americans.
Yeah, give it to me. I know how to make Mario. I'll give him a gun.
Give them a
No,
gun.
I'll give Luigi a gun and make him really dark and
No,
edgy.
you gotta give Wario or Waluigi a gun, and then you just make the Shadow the Hedgehog version of a Mario game.
I've thought about it, and like, I would love a Waluigi game, but with the tone of like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, or it's
I
just
think the
Waluigi.
tower and
It's just like
oh yeah, actually yeah,
yeah,
that's a
like
better idea.
Waluigi around like humans and like human politics or whatever. And it's really violent, and everyone's like, "What?" But it's just Waluigi. It's like, "I'm not gonna win." He's just beating the hell out of like robots and political intrigue. Like, see, you don't see that part in New Donk City when Mario's like jumping through there. But then like Waluigi, he's in the. It's like it's Final Fight Streetwise. It's like the Venom drug, but it's like not the Venom drug. It's like the poison mushrooms or whatever. Anyway, I think I'm
No,
done.
that's actually pretty good. I think we've run out of steam on this
Yeah, we're
episode.
done. Happy whatever. Bye.
Happy America Day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.